Welcome to Our Family Cooks. My name is Allison, and tonight I'm going to be showing you 2 different pasta salads that you can make for your next summer barbecue get-together. And this one I am actually making for the 4th of July tomorrow. My family is getting together for the holiday, and so I said I would bring this cottage cheese pasta salad, and everybody wanted to try it, so that's what we're going to be making. So to start out, we've got our cooked noodles, and you can use rotini. I'm using penne pasta because that's what we have, but really you could use bow tie as well. So I'm gonna pour those in there, and that's 1 pound. So usually every box comes in a pound. So if you have a box of pasta, just throw the box and it should be a pound. So we've got our noodles, and then 1.5 cucumbers, 2 bell peppers chopped up or diced. And I'm using yellow and red. I really like the sweetness of yellow, red, and orange peppers, so I always love using those over green peppers because they just are a little sweeter and I like that. And my recipe that I have in the description below calls for a red onion, but I know I'm taking this to my family and my sister does not like onions or onions raw for sure. So instead of using a red onion, I'm going to go ahead and add a cup of tomatoes. That's one really good thing about this recipe is it can be really versatile. You can kind of add or change the vegetables if you know there's a food allergy or something that people just don't like, you can swap it up. But these are the ones I mainly love to use. The bell peppers and the cucumbers have just such a good crunch to them. And one other thing, if you like spicy foods or you know the people that you're gonna see like spicy foods, you could add a couple jalapenos, you could leave them raw. And I would take the seeds out because that's where a lot of the spice comes from, but just cut them up, take the seeds out, and then you could put them in there and just make sure people know that it's gonna be a little spicy because there's jalapenos in there. So if you like that, that's definitely an option too. Next, we have 2 limes juiced. And I juiced the limes from fresh limes that I bought at the store. You could definitely buy the pre-packaged lime juice that comes in a bottle as well. That's totally fine. And then homemade Italian dressing. And just pour that over. That's 1/3 cup. So this is just to give it a nice oily base. There's extra virgin olive oil in there, vinegar, honey, lemon juice, and we need the cottage cheese. So I'm gonna grab that. 1 cup, you could do a little over 1 cup. I think in here I did like a heaping cup, so like 1 1/4 cups, anywhere around that. Really doesn't matter, it'll just make your pasta a little more creamy. And this is so good, especially if you are on the cottage cheese craze that kind of seems to be going around where everybody's putting cottage cheese in everything, like I am. It's great in here, adds a little extra protein. Another way to add some extra protein, if you want to do that, you could swap out regular noodles for protein noodles that usually are made from chickpeas instead of flour. Whoops, I just spilt a little bit. But I have made this salad with the protein pasta before too, and it tastes really good. Wow, this is looking good. Okay, and the last couple things, we've got 1.5 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, dried Italian seasoning. Sprinkle that all over top. And a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Let's get this all mixed together. It just smells so good. You can smell the Italian dressing and the Italian seasoning and all those fresh veggies. I do recommend making this at least 1 day ahead of time so all the flavors can sit overnight and really meld together and just enhance the flavor of your pasta salad altogether. And there you have it, cottage cheese pasta salad, super easy to put together and a great one for your next summer barbecue. Make sure to check out the recipe in the description below and let me know what you think. The next recipe I'm going to walk us through is a dill pickle pasta salad. This one is a macaroni salad, so we are using macaroni noodles. Let's get started. We have our 1 pound of macaroni noodles cooked. We're gonna add those to the bowl. And then we have 1 cup of mayo. I am using avocado mayo. You can use whatever regular mayo you usually use. You could also use Miracle Whip. I'm not really a fan of Miracle Whip, but you can use that too. A 1/4 cup of sour cream, 1/2 cup dill pickle juice, dill pickle juice. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this around. I always feel like I start out with not enough mayo or creamy, like sour cream and stuff, but it really spreads. So that's why I usually stir after adding the mayo and the sour cream, just so then you can be like, okay, yeah, this is good. But there's always a factor where if you have your noodles and they look dry, you can always add another scoop of mayo. Just add a little bit at a time, so it's not like you're just like this mayo pasta soup. You don't want that much mayo. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, and then we want about a tablespoon of mustard. Whoa! My mustard just exploded on me. And then 1/2 cup of red onion, diced up really small. About a 1/2 cup of shredded carrots. 1 whole cup of chopped up dill pickles. About a 1/2 cup to 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. In my seasonings, I have a teaspoon of garlic powder, about a teaspoon each of salt and black pepper. So we're gonna add that. And almost 1/8 of a cup of dill seasoning, dried dill. And then we are gonna stir this all up. Super easy. These are stuff, the longest it will probably take is to chop up the onions, the pickles, and the carrots. But it should really be a quick recipe that you can just throw together. If you could smell this dill, it smells so good. This is dill. We actually have a, one of those water gardens. Oh, I'm blanking on the name of it, but you can grow seasonings and stuff inside. And so we have one of those anyways. And we did dill and it just grew like crazy. So we have a bunch of dried fresh dill, which I love that we're able to like grow our own herbs inside easily. It's awesome. See, it is getting perfectly coated with only 1 cup of mayo and a 1/4 cup sour cream. So yeah, it's crazy how far mayo goes. So that is how you make dill pickle pasta salad. Really easy, and I'm gonna give it a try real quick. That is good. I wish I could share it with you guys, but you guys will just have to try it out yourselves at home. The recipe is linked in the description below for both pasta salads. Let me know what you think. If you did anything different, added your own variation, I'd love to hear it. And make sure to like, subscribe, and come back again next time. Thanks, y'all.